There's the hit that Jeff Gordon experienced. And speaking of hits, ESPN Sunday Night Baseball. We'll take another break and be right back with more from Bristol. Bob Jenkins, Ned Jarrett, Benny Parsons, John Kernan, Dr. Jerry Punch back at Bristol with 189 laps complete. And there is our leader, Rusty Wallace. Behind him is Mark Martin, who's a lap down. Then the second place car of Kyle Petty.
Kyle moved around Jeff Bodine a few laps ago, taking over the second place. So that Pontiac is still fast.
You know that Mark Martin would like to get up there and get his lap back. He's already made up one. Here's Jeff Bodine. There's Ricky Rudd.
Phil Parsons, a Mannheim Auto Auction car. He's a lap down.
And then right behind Phil is the 28 car, Blake Speed.
Good run.
And in sixth, Dale Earnhardt. Started 19th.
And he has that Goodrich Chevrolet up to 6th spot.
John Kernan, any problems with that 3 car that you're aware of?
Well, they made up positions with a very fast pit stop under 20 seconds. Now, the problem, potential problem, the spotter has told Andy Petrie that on that last green flag run before the caution came out, Earnhardt's right front brake rotor was glowing red. The car was pushing so badly in the turn that Earnhardt had to get on the brakes, and he was heating up that rotor. So they made another chassis adjustment, and we'll have to watch that to see if that right front rotor continues to glow bright red.
We'll watch that. It should be quite evident in the night time here at Bristol.
Oh, Kyle Petty gets sideways and spins down the front straightaway.
Hits the wall hard. He just hit the end of the pit wall. I thought he was going to maybe survive, but nope. The mellow yellow Pontiac came in hard contact with the pit wall, and Kyle tries to get the car going again.
And Mark Martin did not get his lap back. Kyle was trying to pass Mark Martin as he came off the 4th corner and just got the car out of shape.
And again, heavy damage to that car at the back end of it. It occurs on lap 197, and here it is in replay.
As Benny said, he was trying to move on the inside of Mark Martin and gets the car out of shape, tries to straighten it out, but couldn't do it, so he looped it, spun it down in there, and he locked about 12 feet getting by the end of that wall.
And at the same time, there was an incident on the backstretch that we were not aware of, but let's see what happened. That's Bobby Labonte and Derek Cope there side by side.
Going in turn 3. Cope goes up, smacks the wall, and hits it again just a little bit. Comes right down in the middle of traffic.
Dave Marcus was aware of what was going on and managed to miss him. Cope is in the pits as they change tires on that car. This is the 6th caution of the evening. The record here is 20. There is the reason for the most recent caution. Kyle Petty in an accident here on the front stretch. Just as you rejoin us, the green flag comes out on the 201st lap, and we are back to racing. It is still Rusty Wallace running first. Now Mark Martin is behind Wallace, but is a lap down. Second now is Jeff Bodine, then Ricky Rudd and Lake Speed. Kyle Petty has taken his mellow yellow Pontiac behind the wall. John, how does it look down there?
It does not look very good for the mellow yellow team, Bob. They've got a lot of work to do. That's a trailing arm from the right rear. When he hit the wall, it bent the trailing arm, so they had to pull him behind the wall. They'll also have to change the spring. He bent the right rear tire. They've got a lot of work to do for Kyle, who is obviously sitting in the car. He is okay, but he is just very, very unhappy about what happened.
Well, he certainly did hit the wall hard enough. We're glad to hear he's okay, and let's hope they can get the car back in competition, but he no longer is a factor to win this race as he once was.
Look, right now, it looks like it's between Rusty Wallace or Mark Martin, and Mark Martin's a lap down, so Jeff Bodine just cannot muster enough strength to get up there and race with those guys, it doesn't appear.
Here's an Autolite field summary.
12 cars in the lead lap now. Mark Martin back up to 13th. You see a good minute there, just 1 lap down. But then Wally Dallenbach was behind the wall for a while. He's 30 laps down. Dale Jarrett is behind the wall now. They say he might have a transmission problem. Jimmy Spencer is back out now. We've taken the out away from him because he's back out on the racetrack.
There is Lake Speed moving to the inside of Phil.
Dale Earnhardt comes up with Goodrich Chevrolet. He's trying to chase down Lake Speed. He goes by Phil and sets his eyes and his sights on the Haviland Texaco car,
which is running in 4th place. Earnhardt now up to 5th. So of the top 5 in the point standing, Dale Jarrett is the one that's getting hurt the most so far tonight. Rusty Wallace was 3rd, so he's having a great night. Earnhardt leading, of course, and he's having a good night as well, up in the top 5. Morgan Shepherd still out there running good. He is in 5th place, and Mark Martin was in 4th place in the points. He's still running good left down.
Lake Speed started 21st, currently 4th. That's his highest. His lowest has been 32nd, and not yet has he led a lap.
32nd. He wasn't involved in a crash over there and went to pits. That's right. Early caution flags. We've had 6 so far, folks.
Now here's Rudd putting some pressure on Jeff Bodine. This is for 2nd spot.
Folks, I told you it was going to be exciting. I didn't lie to you.
You don't have to give the money back.
I don't have to give any money back. That's right.
Jeff Bodine having a great run here tonight. He came into this race with 9 straight finishes of 12th or worse, but he's turned it around and is running 2nd. Looking back from his car onto Ricky Rudd and Lake Speed, and look at this! Oh, Morgan Shepherd and Jimmy Hensley. Shepherd passed him.
That's coming off the 4th corner, going down in turn 1.
And that was for 8th position.
There comes Bobby Labonte trying to get by Hensley. This is pole position.
Hensley's now back in 9th. Jeff Gordon is still out there, but he was involved in a crash that has rendered his car uncompetitive. And once again, Rudd now closes right in on Jeff Bodine, but as he looks in his rearview mirror, he's got Lake Speed right there.
Yeah, do you want to play offense or defense right now, Ricky? Because you go either way.
That's right. And Dale Earnhardt is also right in the thick of things.
2nd through 5th. We're looking at the 3rd place car out the rear window of the 2nd place car. Let's go down.
Closes right up on the back bumper. These drivers take a beating, a physical beating. When this thing is over, the winning driver will want to sit down and rest before he does anything else.
Bristol is one of the several racetracks that Benny and Ned have both won on. Of course, Ned's came many years ago, and Benny several years ago and several pounds ago. The leader continues to be Rusty Wallace as we have completed 217 of the 500 laps in the Bud 500. Rusty Wallace is leading the Bud 500.
But Mark Martin, folks, he's trying to get that lap back.
This is not for the lead. Mark lost 2 laps earlier when he had to make an unscheduled pit stop. He's gained a lap
Here
back.
He comes.
Now he's about to gain his 2nd lap back. He does. Mark Martin is back on the lead lap.
Well, Rusty, something really slowed down there, fellas.
I think he just scared Rusty so much.
Well, okay.
Well, that Ford dove in there beside of him.
Well, looks like everything's okay, but well, the crew is saying that everything's okay with the car. He just had to back out of the gas to the point where it looked like that he was slowing down.
Well, it did there for a moment, but that's good smart driving on his part. Once Mark got around him, but the 2nd place car is pretty far back, about 2/3 of the straightaway, so he didn't have to worry about him at the moment, so not take any chances.
Rusty Wallace leads as far as points scored at Bristol over the last 5 years.